Hi guys, let's talk about fashion. आप लोगों ने घबराना नहीं है, मेरे साथ की जगह खाली है. यहाँ यूजुअली आप ताबिश को देखते हैं, वो कहीं नहीं जा रहे. The program is not going to change. We will continue with Fashion Fortnightly with Tabish every 2 weeks as promised, as you all love and we love doing it. लेकिन I have so much to say about fashion. जहाँ हम देखते हैं हमें फैशन की चीज़ें नज़र आ रही हैं, स्टाइल नज़र आ रहा है, शोज़ हो रहे हैं, लोग बाहर जा रहे हैं, so much to talk about. So I just thought, why not introduce another program alternately with Fashion Fortnightly. This is also Fashion Fortnightly, but this will be the Fashion Fortnightly magazine. So if I fumble, please apologies. And Tabish, of course, I missed, but he's very busy. But he will be back next week. As we will be discussing a really important event taking place this weekend. Uski baat karenge bilkul end pe. So I'm going to roll into the content and we'll be talking about a lot of things. I hope that you enjoy the format and you enjoy what I'm talking about, and I would love to read your comments about it. सबसे पहले I watch a good 12-13 dramas every week. Oh no! जब मैं ड्रामे देखती हूँ तो मेरी नज़र obviously content पे जा रही होती है, but I'm also constantly looking at the fashion and I'm looking at what people are wearing, how they're dressed, how their makeup looks, etc., etc. So there was one scene in this week's episode of Kuch Ankahi. It was a Mayo scene of one of the sisters, Samia. And I have to say that a big shout out to Vanessa Ahmed and Kutsi Ali for looking spectacular. I think it was a really strong fashion statement that they made. Mayon ke kapde the, beautiful clothes, beautiful gote ka kaam, खूबसूरत रंग जो माइयों से associated होते हैं, पीले रंग के जोड़े. Both were designs of the Pink Tree Company, run beautifully by Mohsen and Hadia and their team. And so much tradition. बहुत ही खूबसूरत जोड़े थे वो, and I want to give a big shout out to those. Secondly, another big shout out to actor artist Shaheen Khan. Supporting roles वो करती हैं ज़्यादातर. She plays the role of a mother in a lot of drama serials. आजकल हम उनको देख रहे हैं मुझे प्यार हुआ था, playing Saad's mother, popular Saad. Team Saad and Team Murtasim, we'll get to that later. But Shaheen Khan, I feel I watch her in so many dramas and she is so well turned out and so well groomed and so dignified and sophisticated and beautiful. और यहाँ in particular इस हफ्ते उनकी कुछ looks थी जो कि मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगी and I thought I must appreciate them because हम लोग हमेशा lead cast में रह जाते हैं और जो supporting cast होती है उसको discussion का हिस्सा इतना नहीं बनते. But Shaheen Khan is looking good throughout मुझे प्यार हुआ था, but she was also in this week's episode of Sarera, episode 3, जिसमें वो बनी हुई है सबूर का जो character है Aamna Haider, उसकी mother-in-law. So I just felt that her looks were so graceful, whether she's standing in the kitchen making food or whether she's entertaining guests, in her outfit. Very, very beautiful, very dignified, really good wardrobe. So big shout out to Shaheen Khan for looking so great on television. जहाँ दो बहुत अच्छी looks थी, one fashion statement and one personal statement, वहाँ पे I have to say that hair and makeup plays a huge role in your fashion sense and in your sense of style. And जहाँ बहुत कुछ अच्छा हो रहा है, and we see a lot of good makeup and a lot of bad makeup as well. We're not going to talk about that this week. वहाँ पे जो ड्रामा सीरियल यूं ही है, उसमें I just want to ask कि बहरोज़ सब्ज़वारी साहब का जो कैरेक्टर है उनकी मूंछ किसने बनाई है यार. वैसे लगता है जैसे कि मार्कर लेके उनकी मूंछ बनाई हुई है. So let's work on accessories a little more. The wigs need to be better. We said this in Bakhtawar a lot. And definitely बहरोज़ सब्ज़वारी साहब का जो कैरेक्टर है उनकी मूंछ बेहतर होनी चाहिए. So this was TV style and these were the 3 things that I noticed this week. If I missed anything, please point out. तेरे बिन को लेके जो पूरी डिस्कशन है वो हम अगले उसमें एपिसोड में करेंगे. Moving on to brands and new brands, and superstar Mahira Khan, she launched her own fashion clothing label this week. In fact, between the 12th and 14th of February, it's called M by Mahira Khan. और उन्होंने अपना debut collection जो थी वो release की by the name of Razia, उनकी नानी का नाम है, and it was a very limited edition capsule collection of 3 styles, 1 dupatta and 1 izar, which was available in 2 shades of embroidery. अब वो जो 3 styles थे उसमें से एक था मर्दाना कुर्ता in Irish linen, एक था embroidered कुर्ता in a lighter cotton और एक था silk tunic set which was a tunic and a trouser pant. I personally loved the collection because it was available in extra small to double XL sizes, and I could buy my size online, which is not the case in every brand. अभी तक हमारे brand sizing ठीक नहीं कर सके. तो पहली बात तो मुझे जो बहुत अच्छी लगी, big shout out that they have the double XL size for larger women. दूसरी चीज़ ये थी that I got the मर्दाना कुर्ता. वो पहनने में भी बहुत खूबसूरत था. It had little detailing on the back. It had pockets. The fabric was beautiful and very breathable, and it felt very well. The tailoring was very good, so I really liked it. जहाँ तक quality की बात है, fabulous. जहाँ तक aesthetic की बात है, again fabulous. माहिरा की aesthetic है, and I don't think she's going to go wrong with that. However, I do have a couple of bones to pick. पहली बात तो ये कि I wish कि ये जो पहली collection थी, debut collection, it was a bit bigger because 3 styles a collection do not make. It should have been at least 12 styles because there's no surprise element in embroidery का कुर्ता and a मर्दाना कुर्ता and a silk tunic set. अगर कोई भी लेमैन सोचे कि यार कपड़ा खरीद के हम ये सिलवा सकते हैं, what are you offering? What new are you giving to the buyer? So there wasn't much new to offer in those 3 styles. So मेरा ये थोड़ा सा था कि यार पहली collection थी, it should have been at least 12 styles. There should have been a little more surprise element in the outfits, in their patterns, or in their finishing, or something or the other. Something. A little more was required. बहुत बड़ी डिबेट इस पे चली कि जी बहुत ओवर प्राइस्ड है और बहुत ज़्यादा माहिरा की ट्रोलिंग भी हुई और लोगों ने बहुत बुरा भला कहा कि जी 13,000 क्या कुर्ता और फिर 24,000 का सिल्क का सूट. It's ridiculous, it's outrageous. So I have to say that I don't agree with that because simple सा formula है कि this is not fast fashion that you see in this collection. It is slow fashion. These are wardrobe staples that you are not going to buy and wear one season and then discard. These are clothes that you will be wearing over the next few years. If it lasts well and you wear it well, you can wear these kurtas for the next 5 years. तो अगर आप cost per wear लगाएं तो it is very good value for money. पहली चीज़. दूसरी चीज़ ये है कि जब हम fashion की pricing करते हैं, what is the right price? Essentially, and people who are doing slow fashion or responsible fashion and who are talking about responsible trade, वो ये कहते हैं कि जी a couple of elements contribute to the price of an outfit. पहली चीज़ is the fabric and all the raw material that goes into that item. Second thing is the labor, whether you're talking about the tailoring or the embroidery makers or any of that. Then you talk about the packaging, the branding, the marketing, and then the shipping. इन सब की कॉस्ट डाल के बेसिक एक फॉर्मूला है फैशन का कि आप जो आपकी प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट है उसको आप मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं एनीवेयर बिटवीन 2.2 to 2.5 टाइम्स. अगर आप ये अप्लाई करें और देखें तो प्राइसिंग बिल्कुल ठीक है, प्राइसिंग ज़्यादा नहीं है. However, these are really hard times for people in Pakistan especially. We're seeing unprecedented inflation. We're seeing prices that are hiked to unbelievable levels. लोगों को आटा नहीं मिल रहा, लोगों को बिजली नहीं मिल रही, पानी नहीं मिल रहा. I mean, the country is in absolute chaos right now. उसमें I felt maybe it was bad timing कि एक ऐसी collection launch करना जिसकी pricing ज़्यादा है, तो it didn't go down well with people. I understand that part of it. The other thing that we have to remember always is that हम बात करते हैं affordability की. Anything that I can pay for is affordable for me. It may not be affordable for the next person. So anything that you can afford to buy is affordable. Value of money मिल रही है कि नहीं मिल रही, value for the price मिल रही है कि नहीं मिल रही, वो मिल रही है. मगर हम बाहर जाते हैं $50 की टी शर्ट आप उठा लेते हैं, वो भी स्टेपल ही है. लेकिन आप ये नहीं कहते कि जी मैं बेलमोंग की टी शर्ट ले रहा हूँ या क्रिश्चियन डियोर की ले रहा हूँ, है तो टी शर्ट ही. यू बाय इट फॉर द ब्रांड. सो यहाँ भी द प्राइस एंड is the value is the brand value. It's Mahira Khan. I hope I made sense. But yeah, these are wardrobe staples, and I think that they're items of clothing that will stay in your cupboards for a long time. But hey, Mahira, I'm expecting a bigger next collection. Please, let's have more than 3 styles. Talking about Mahira's collection and a little bit of street style I'm going to introduce, I noticed pictures of stylist Amal Qadri wearing one of Mahira's white kurtas, and she did it beautifully. So Amal is wearing, the best fashion is when you can mix different brands and different colors and styles and make a unique style of your own. So Amal is wearing, I think, the either the silk kurta or the mardana kurta because it's got a collar. And uske saath she's wearing these voluminous pants by Khadi Chapter 2. Super colorful pants, really, really colorful with a stark white kurta. And she's wearing these beautiful high heeled shoes. And these pictures are fabulous and the style is fabulous. And I will be going and looking for those pants because this is something I would definitely wear. So, you know, a little bit of experimentation, have fun with your fashion. And that's a great look, Amal. Big shout out to you. Talking about fashion news, two big events happened this week. Number one, our favorite made in Pakistan brand Raastah had the very first showing of a Pakistani brand at London Fashion Week this week. And of course, a couple of designers from Pakistan have shown at London Fashion Week, but in the fringe events. So this was mainstream LFW, and Raastah was there, and that is a great moment of pride for us. Love the brand. I think they've taken fashion to the next level, high street fashion especially, and internationally बहुत से artists हैं जो पहनते हैं उनको, and I personally have a couple of Raastah t-shirts as well. It's really good quality. It's made in Pakistan. It's value for money. Again, it's really, really expensive, but then what are you getting for that price? And sometimes you can't quantify it. It's all about the brand value. So Raastah showed at London Fashion Week. Unfortunately, I have not been able to find any pictures of Raastah at LFW yet, but there are a lot of pictures of the brand. They have a really unique aesthetic, and I just love the work they do. Secondly, designer from Lahore, Zuria Dor, had a show last week in Lahore, and she's been around for 6-7 years, and she's shown at PFDC Fashion Weeks as well. This show was slightly different. It was in Lahore, so I didn't attend it, but I believe that she showed a lot of Western couture. And she paid tribute to a lot of diverse women from society. So you had stylists and you had makeup artists, but you also had an embryologist, I think, or a scientist, and you had a footballer, a sportswoman. So a combination of real women, and a great concept. I'm glad that shows are happening, and I wish that they happened more, and at some point we would have Fashion Week back because it's just really great to see ideas come together. Last but not least, guys, there was this huge debate about Mardana shawls this week, and Money Back Guarantee का ट्रेलर लॉन्च हुआ लाहौर में. वहाँ पे हमारे जो मुल्क के मेगा स्टार फवाद खान है, he turned up in a very casual outfit and a beautiful shawl. And लोगों ने कहना शुरू कर दिया, oh my God, Fawad is doing the Murtasim shawl, and he's, you know, and the whole debate started कि Murtasim की shawl या फवाद खान की shawl या वहाज की shawl या फवाद की shawl, and it was this lovely debate, and I love it when people are fighting over fashion, you know. Of course, nobody can own the shawl, भाई. लोग मर्दाना शॉलें कब ज़माने कदीम से पहन रहे हैं. And so I dug out a little bit, and of course, the shawl has made a huge comeback on television and in real life as well. It never went away, वैसे, but it had its moment in the spotlight. Fawad was wearing a shawl from his personal collection at the Money Back Guarantee का ट्रेलर. उससे पहले मैंने देखा जाके कि back in 2018, I think Sadaf, his wife, who has her own fashion brand, she also designed a collection of shawls with her Mardana collection, and one was called the Spade, which has like जो ताश के पत्ते होते हैं उनका motif at the bottom. So Fawad has been wearing shawls over the years. I think all well-dressed men must have a Mardana shawl in their wardrobes because a little bit of winter, a little bit of chill, and that shawl comes out and looks so dignified. And of course, Murtasim nailed the shawl. In fact, he continues to in every episode of Tere Bin, whether we're talking about the shrine or whether we're talking about the gaon scene where he's saving Meera and the embrace with the shawl and all of that. So the shawl had a big moment this week. It's nobody's property. You can't say that, oh, this one did it first or this one did it first. It's been doing for like eons. We've been seeing these shawls. But item of clothing that every man must have in their wardrobe, especially for winter, is a really beautiful Mardana shawl. So guys, that was my little tirade of fashion news and events and updates, and I hope you had fun. Next week, you will find Tabish sitting next to me, and we'll be talking about a big wedding happening this weekend, which is Ushna Shah and Hamza, and unki shadi hai. So that should be a grand affair because the entire industry is expected to turn up. So we will be talking about that. We will be discussing Sajjal's look at the premiere of What's Love Got to Do with It. We will also be talking about our actors who went to Qatar recently, namely Mahira Hussain and Mehwish Hayat, and various other things that Tabish has got in his kitty. I was talking to him last night and he was like, ye bhi karna, ye bhi karna, ye bhi karna. I was like, hold it. We will save all of this for the next episode of Fashion Fortnightly. So alternately, every week, you will be getting fortnightly solo and fortnightly with Tavish. And I hope that you like it and you have things to add to it. And if you want me to talk about other things on fashion, please drop a hint in your comments and we will follow.